This is the Road to Peoria on Q106, presented by Red Lake College.
And welcome back to Carver Arena at the Peoria Civic Center. Chris Hugo with Ron Winemiller alongside. Chris Good back at the studio in Vinton. It's a 1A state championship game between the Woodlawn Cardinals and the Carrollton Hawks. The Hawks come in again 30-4 on the year. The Woodlawn Cardinals are 28-5 on the season. Both had different routes to get here. Of course, Woodlawn winners of the SIU Super Sectional, winners yesterday. Carrollton, if I'm not mistaken, won the Super Sectional at Jacksonville in the Bowl. Winners over Brimfield, 58-48. Woodlawn, of course, beat Meridian, who at the time was the number one seed in Class 1A, according to the Associated Press. They defeated Meridian 62-48, the SIU Super Sectional. So two teams, two different paths. Ron Winemiller, nonetheless, same goal.
Yeah, you know, you get to this point and just ran into Jeremy Schubert, Breeze Central's assistant, on my way up here. Great guy that, you know, I played against in high school, Oakville guy when I was at McLeansboro, and we brought Brandon Book in for the All-State recognition this morning, and I told him, I said, man, just have fun tonight. He goes, exactly. He said, work's over, prep's done, you know, kids just got to go play, and that's kind of what Woodlawn and Carrollton got to do. You know, they're both prepared. This is the game as a little kid you dream about playing in, and they just both got to relax and go play and just make some plays. I mean, the hard part was yesterday trying to get to this game, and you know, Carrollton's they're on a run though. They upset Brimfield, who was highly ranked, highly touted, had two or three really good players that I've seen on the All-State team. So you know, they're kind of on a run as well, and you know, you get to this game, it takes some luck. Carrollton the last 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, has been knocked out by West Central, who we saw here last year. West Central, as a result of the classifications going up, falls to 2A by 2 students. So that knocks them, you know, they're probably about 15, 20 miles apart. So, you know, they don't have to deal with West Central before the season even starts, and you see the kind of run they make. So sometimes it takes some luck to get here, and, you know, like we talked about yesterday with Woodlawn and Oakville going a different direction and not being in the regional. You know, sometimes that geography pays off for you.
Well, it does. You look at Carrollton, you take a closer look, and it kind of, if you're a fan of Woodlawn, it might make you nervous, especially when you think of the fact that they are winners of the Nokomis Sectional. Woodlawn's still tormented and nightmarish of that Nokomis Sectional back in 2008 where they lost to the host. But you look at Nokomis, that is a team to beat Madison in that sectional semifinal on a Tuesday night. On Wednesday night, or maybe vice versa, I believe it's Tuesday, where Carrollton took 2 overtimes to defeat Franklin. Nokomis defeats Madison on a Wednesday, and then on that Friday night, Carrollton beats Nokomis on their home floor 51-43. And so you take a look at that and really have a perspective on those quality 1A programs that fed in that sectional. Carrollton's certainly a great team.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Of course, if you're playing in the last game of the year, there's no fluke here. And with class basketball anymore, the way it is, there's no quote-unquote bad teams that win regionals. You're going to have to play somebody really good in that first game of the sectional, regardless of what class you're in. So I think they have a great coach in Jeff Crumwitty, who does an outstanding job. He's very well respected throughout the state of Illinois for what he does at Carrollton. And, you know, I'm happy for Jeff that he's able to break through here and play in this game, too. And he and Shane, to me, kind of epitomize what 1A basketball and small school basketball is all about. Guys that stay a place for a long time, build a great program, and get to play in this game. And that's kind of what you look for when you get to this point in the year, is good programs that you see every year. And you know, Carrollton's been really close. I think the 1A baseball champion as well. So these kids from Carrollton are not going to be intimidated playing in this stage and being ready to go here in about 10 minutes.
Well, they're going to try to win a 1A basketball championship here this afternoon as well. We'll have the national anthem in about 4 minutes. We'll talk more about the Woodlawn Cardinals now, a team that you just kind of associate with postseason success in Class 1A now, this being their second state championship game in 3 years. In 09, though, came up just short against Macon Meridian. Close, and I believe even led by 2 at the half against Macon Meridian. Meridian went on a nice little run the second half, ended up winning, I believe, by 10. And so you take in that fact that Woodlawn does have experience. Most of these kids did not start in that game or even see significant playing time, but they did last year. And that was the year that they came in with Dawson Verhines and Josh Wiggs. Finished in third place. I believe they lost to West Central in the semis and beat DMAC in the third place game. I could be wrong on that. But you take a look at those two teams then and now. Woodlawn's improved immensely. Gabe Owens continues to grow. Gabe Owens continues to grow as a player, both literally and figuratively. Christian Hollenkamp, who was more of a role player in grade school, has developed nicely. with some senior leadership to become one of the leading scorers. They continue to mix up Woodlawn and Breeze Central on the pregame vignette, I've noticed.
Yeah, but I'm sure Breeze Central is for Woodlawn, so it works out okay.
I think it'll be all right.
Yeah, but you look at Woodlawn, and I think this year, of maybe the 3 times they've been here, this is the one that people probably didn't see coming. I think last year, if you would have said in November who's the 1A favorite to get to the Peoria from the south, I think you would have said Trico, Meridian, and Woodlawn. And the way it kind of played out, Woodlawn beats Meridian in the Super Sectional. Meridian beat Trico in the sectional final. So those 3 were kind of the 3 all year that people pointed to. But this year, I think in 1A, people talked about Meridian, and Woodlawn really kind of flew under that radar. And you know that they've continued to benefit from going the northern route and maybe playing. The thing about these 2 teams is they both play good people in the non-conference, and even in their conference, there's some good teams. So you look at it like that, and you know, sometimes you get up here and you look at a 1A team. It's kind of like some of those 2A teams out of Chicago that get up here and they're 15 and 14 when they get up here. Well, they've been playing 3 and 4A schools all year, and Woodlawn, you look at some of their games that they've lost. You know, they play some good 2A teams, and I know Carrollton in the Jacksonville area, they play some that's good 1A basketball. You know, when you talk about, to me, 2 good pockets of 1A basketball, you're talking about the Deep South and the Central Illinois, the Springfield, Jacksonville area, and that's the way it's played out. And, you know, you look at Macon 2 years ago, they play in the Little Ocaw, the Ocaw, and play really, really good people. So I think that your schedule could pay off for you at this time of the year.
Well, I think you look at two federal roads. You look at I-72 in that corridor, and you look at I-57 and its state highway tributaries that kind of develop and branch out, and you really just have great brands of basketball all throughout those areas. You know, you think about Macon Meridian, who's now 2A. You think of they're along the I-72 corridor. You think of a Carrollton. You think of those types of schools. And I mean, I know you're familiar with the basketball across the state, and probably the 2 best regions in Illinois for Class 1A.
Yeah, and you know, I'll go back to when it was the old 2-class system. You know, you had the 8 supers that were in place for 20 years, and they were always held there. And you know, you wanted to draw, if you were Carbondale, you wanted to draw this super or that super. You wanted to stay away from the EIU super, you know, because that you knew you were going to draw, whoever came through there, you knew you were going to draw a quality team. Well, I think it's the same thing here. You know, the Jacksonville super and the Carbondale super are always going to produce a team that has a great chance to win the state title when they get here, because those, to me, are the 2 best pockets of basketball in the state of Illinois.
Of course, who is going to win the state championship this afternoon? Will it be the Carrollton Hawks, the home team, on the scoreboard? Or will it be the experienced Woodlawn Cardinals, the visitors, on the scoreboard? But as far as most of our listenership is concerned, the home team of Southern Illinois. The 1A state championship game is next here on Q106 and WQRLradio.com. We need to honor America from Peoria. We'll be back after these messages. This is The Road to Peoria on Q106.
Hey, moms and dads, don't stay up at night trying to figure out how to pay for your kids' education. There's no need to worry. I send my kids to Rend Lake College. RLC offers the same high-quality education as a 4-year school at a fraction of the cost. Plus, they get to stay close to home. Tuition, room, and board are like $19,000 every year at the 4 years, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. At RLC, tuition, books, and supplies are only approximately $4,000. That's Math 101. And with over 100 degree and certificate programs, they have the exact courses your kids need to be well on their way to a great career. Give your college-bound child the quality education they deserve without breaking the bank. Rend Lake College is the right choice. Whether your student plans to transfer to a university or train for direct entry into the workforce, call RLC at 437-5321 to speak to a counselor. I actually logged on to rlc.edu. That's rlc.edu.
No one does Truck Month like Weeks in Benton. No, seriously, it's Ram and Chevy Truck Month at Weeks in Benton. Save big on a Hemi, a 2012 Dodge Ram, power windows and locks. MSRP is $24,820. Weeks price $19,999. And a 2011 Chevy Silverado All-Star Edition Z71 appearance package. MSRP is $34,349. Weeks price $25,999. You save almost $9,000. Now that's Truck Month. Weeks Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Polaris. Highway 37 North in Benton. North of town, but south of the price.
Hi, this is Bill Bonin II with People's National Bank. At People's National Bank, we are proud to be a 102-year-old family-owned bank. Now more than ever, we are focused on bringing affordable products to our local customers. So if you're tired of being charged fees by the big banks in the area, come to People's National Bank and experience a true family-owned community bank. Stop by any one of our 17 locations or visit us online at peoplesnationalbank.com. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
Worldwide at WQRLradio.com. This is the Road to Peoria on Q106.
And welcome back inside Carver Arena. The 1A state championship game is on its way. Carrollton and Woodlawn coming up. Chris Hugo with Ron Winemiller alongside. Chris Good is back to the studios in Benton. As the Road to Peoria is presented by Red Lake College. Red Lake College has been the vehicle to a brighter future for over 40 years. Find out why at rlc.edu. Ron Winemiller will have the starting lineups for you.
Yeah, for the 30 and 4, caught me off guard there. For the 30 and 4 Carrollton Hawks, they're going to start number 15, Jordan Harris, 6'2 junior. A 5'6 senior in Mike Fraley. A 6'2 senior at forward, Tyler Watson. A 6'2 senior, Joey Coonrad, their best player, all-stater, honored this week. And starting in the middle, 6'5 Cody Kraut. For the Woodlawn Cardinals coming in at 28 and 5. They're going to start in the backcourt. 15, A.J. Webb, a 5'11 senior. And 22, 6'5 junior, Gabe Owens. Number 30, Christian Holenkamp, 6'5 senior. Jason Hateman, a 5'11 sophomore. And number 33, Chris Harlow, a 6-foot junior. You know, Webb, Owens, and Holenkamp have kind of carried them all year, but you get to a state championship game, it may be one of those guys that you don't, the kind of the unsung hero kind of deal when you get to this kind of game.
Well, in a game that looks like it could be fairly physical, you're going to depend a lot on Holenkamp and Owens, no doubt, but going to need Webb, Hateman, and Harlow to step up as well as some of your bench players, probably a Matt Kennedy or Jake Robinson, or somebody along those lines. Yesterday we saw some players off of the bench step up in a big way. We saw Clay Duba play some quality minutes. We also saw, I believe, that's about it. I was thinking of Illini Central, actually, when I thought about the bench players.
Yeah, but Kennedy came in and gave him some great energy, and it kind of went from 8, 9 points, 10 points, and then boom, kind of seemed like when he was in there, he didn't score a lot, but he kind of provided that energy on defense that were able to push it out to that 20-point lead, of which they were really never tested in the second half.
And they were not. And now the two teams will meet at half court. Shake hands for the sake of sportsmanship as Attitude looks on. Attitude has his own Twitter. You can follow him. And we're about ready to get underway. 1A state championship. Carrollton in their home whites with black and green trim, green numerics trimmed in black, while the Woodlawn Cardinals will be in their new red away uniforms with white trim and white numerics trimmed in blue. The Woodlawn Cardinals, of course, are coached by Shane Witzel. He is assisted by Scott Owens. Carrollton, of course, coached by Jeff Crumweedy. Yeah, we're about ready to get underway, at least I think.
Well, I think a key, you're going to know probably by the first media timeout, 3 or 4 minutes into the game, how's it going to be officiated. I think the more physical they're allowed to play, I think that favors Carrollton. Carrollton kids are big, strong, physical kids, and if they're allowed to bump and bang and knock, very similar to the Bree Central game last night, I thought seeing the Academy, got away with a lot of bumping and banging, especially out front on Timmerman and Grappler House, but if it's called pretty tight, I definitely think that favors Woodlawn right off the bat.
We shall see what happens. That's about how the 1A Super went down at SIU. Pretty tightly called contest, and Woodlawn benefited. But not in a bad way. It'll be Christian Hollenkamp and Cody Kraut to tip at the center circle. Right to left will go Carrollton. Left to right will go Woodlawn. Glad to have you with us on 106.3 FM, WQRL, Benton, Marion, Carbondale, Mount Vernon. We've hit the top of the hour. We're also online worldwide at WQRLradio.com. The tip will be controlled in the front court by Gabe Owens as he tight ropes the far sideline. Owens looking around for a play to set. Right-hand dribble for Gabe. Looks to the top of the key. Finds Harlow now off of the right arc. Hateman's in trouble with the ball. Regains the grip and throws up top to Hollenkamp. 13 seconds in, no score. Owens with it off of the right sideline. Looking in, left-hand dribble to the wing. Deep wing now. Will roll between the circles. Has Harlow on the left. And he'll back it near the timeline. No score yet. Woodlawn and Carrollton, 1A state championship. Off of the right, it's Hateman for three to start. And off the back iron, rebound will be tipped away. It'll be corralled by Jordan Harn. Here comes Carrollton looking to attack. Off the right side, Fraley off the right block, stripped away. There will be a foul on Jason Hateman.
And right there, you talk about tightly called, just a little bump, nothing too extravagant, and it's called quick, but you see the importance that Coach Crimwood puts on Owens as he's got Coonrod as All-Stater, and that'll be a great matchup to watch, two All-Staters going at each other, and we'll see if Gabe's able to play through Coonrod's kid's about 6'4", and he's a very, very well-built kid, and I'm sure there's going to be some bumping and banging, so Gabe's going to have to play through some knocks today.
Got some love from the IBCA, I believe, All-State second team, as Fraley makes both. It's 2-0 Carrollton to start. 7:22 to go in the first quarter. 2-0 Hawks. Here comes Woodlawn with the basketball. It'll be Gabe Owens to bring it up with a right-hand dribble. Looks to go left across the timeline. Going to make its move against Coonrod. Throws to the right wing for Harlow. They're going to leave Hateman open and let him test, but they'll throw up top to Hollenkamp. Back left arc. Webb looking to shake the defender. Fraley throws up top. Gabe Owens thought about the three. Coonrod there to guard. Get a hand in the face. Turn around to Owens at the free throw line. Looking around. Left wing. Harlow. College three's on the way, and it's no good. Woodlawn 0-2 from the field, both from beyond the arc. A rebound will go to Carrollton. 6:49 to play in the first. It's 2-0 Hawks on top of the Cardinals. Battle of Birds here in the 1A state championship. Rolling through the right. Fraley left it up top for Hard. Drops it out for Coonrod. They're going to flex around. Left wing we go. It's fed to the right elbow. Nice lead pass coming from the right side for Coonrod, and it's 4-0. Early run here. Watson with the assist. 6:29 to go in the first quarter.
And you see the difference in yesterday's game and today's game. Woodlawn ran those same two sets to start the game yesterday, and it was 4-0, and Carrollton snuffs them both out.
Off of the right arc, it is Harlow into the right corner for Owens. Looking around, Hollenkamp with the basketball. Left hand dribble, some incidental contact. Coming around off of a curl left elbow. Now leaves it left baseline for Harlow. Harlow trying to back in against Watson. Throws up a shot. He's fouled. That'll be Watson's first. Team's first.
And Watson probably a little over-exuberant there, but he forced Harlow into a very tough shot, and he fouled him, but the official bailed him out with the call there. And you see Carrollton's really doing a good job of getting guys to step to Owens and Hollenkamp early, and Hateman and Harlow are going to have to make some shots because they're just flat not guarding them.
And it is 4-1. Woodlawn down 3 as Harlow makes the first. He'll have the second. Rimlake College has been the vehicle to a brighter future for over 40 years. Find out why at rlc.edu. As Harlow will knock down the second. Woodlawn cuts it in half, 4-2. Carrollton on top of the basketball. Fraley into the front court at the left wing. Up top, Watson, lob play inside the Kraut. And we'll have a foul inside. Looks like it could be against Hateman. Huh. 5:59 to play. Here in the first quarter, that's the team's second. Of course, Hateman has both, and we will see Mr. Kennedy check in. So Matt Kennedy will check in for Jason Hateman, who will have an early seat. We'll see how that affects the outcome of this game. With 5:59 to go off the inbound, left wing, it's into Fraley. Finds Coonrod, skip pass. Off of the right side, throws to Watson up top, now to the left wing. Fraley with the basketball, looks to left corner for Cody Kraut. Now to the free throw line, left elbow goes Coonrod, shot's good. He has 4. It's 6-2 Carrollton with 5:42 to play in the first.
Yeah, one attacking the rim off the bounce, and the other just a catch and shoot jump shot. So they're going to have to contain him a little better.
Left wing, the Hollenkamp from Owens across the timeline. Find A.J. Webb underneath. Went for the backdoor cut. Just missed it a little strong. Rebound to Carrollton. They're up 6-2. 5:25 to go. Runner is down low. Hard, no good. Got his own rebound. Put back, no. Rolls off the front iron. Rebound to Hollenkamp. Hollenkamp got the rebound off of the right. He'll give it to Owens to bring across. 5:14 to go in the opening quarter. Still a 4-point ball game. Woodlawn trails 6-2.
And you can see Carrollton wants to get the ball out and push and make it a quick game, whereas Woodlawn's walking the ball up already.
Hollenkamp for 3. It's good. From up top, Hollenkamp drains it. It's 6-5. The Cardinals back within 1. 4:57 to play in the first quarter. Up top, it's Watson. Deep from the top of the key. He'll throw up an NBA 3 off the front iron. Rebound on the ill-advised shot. Will go to Webb. Cardinals are down 1. It's Owens to rush across the timeline, left side. Gets to the left wing, trying to dribble in, turn around, elbow jumper is good. And Woodlawn takes their first lead, 7-6 with 4:37 to go.
And we played Carrollton this summer, and Jeff was more excited on June 24th than he looks right now sitting down there on the bench.
And now some contact underneath. It'll be stolen away. Looks like somebody touched it out of bounds. It's saved into A.J. Webb, and the Cardinals have an opportunity to add to the lead. 4:21 to go in the first, up 1. Get past over the left corner. Harlow sidestep, goes down baseline, leans in. That'll be a blocking foul on Tyler Watson. That's his second, team second. Should be a media timeout coming soon. Depending on what happens. There you go. Orange sleeve is up. Media timeout in play. 4:15 to go in the first quarter. Woodlawn 7, Carrollton 6. We'll take a break. This is the... No, we do not take a break here in the first quarter media timeout. I got a little overexcited. We keep it here. This timeout is presented by Weeks and Benson. That tax-free fund will make a nice down payment on a new or pre-owned vehicle or even an ATV or utility vehicle at Weeks and Benson. Weeks, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Chevrolet, Ram, and Polaris. Highway 37 in Benson. North of town, but south on the price. Chris Hugo with Ron Winemiller. Championship game, Class 1A. The Woodlawn Cardinals with 4:15 left to play in the first have overcome a 6-2 deficit on a 5-0 run to take a 7-6 lead. Carrollton could benefit from this media timeout, settle things down.
Yeah, they took, the last shot Watson took, there's deep threes, and there's where he shot it from. I mean, he was almost on the Y in Bradley. That was probably about a 25, 28-footer. Probably not what they look for right now, but they've done a good job attacking the rim, and Woodlawn's going to have to really, really step to them and not allow those guys to beat them off the bounce like they are.
As the statistics come in, 4:15 to play in the first quarter. Woodlawn leads Carrollton 7-6. Carrollton shooting 40% from the floor, identical 40% field goal percentages for both teams. 2 of 5 for both. We'll come out of the media timeout. 4:15 to play in the first. It'll be Woodlawn basketball off of the foul on Tyler Watson. They'll have the length of the floor to go. It'll be a left of the basket baseline inbound for the Cardinals. And we wait for Gabe Owens to inbound. It'll be into Hollenkamp. Harlow for 3 up top. No good off the front iron. Rebound tipped by Hollenkamp. Some traffic in there. It'll be recovered by Carrollton, and we will have a foul on Woodlawn across the timeline.
That's Luke Palin in the game for Carrollton. Just a freshman, man. I was really impressed with that kid yesterday. He really settles them down, and I know he doesn't start, but he plays 20, 25 minutes a game, and he's the guy that, look, he goes and gets the ball. He's going to run the show for him now that he's in the game.
4:02 to play in the opening quarter. Carrollton down 1 with the basketball, 7-6. 3:57 to go. Up top with his Coonrod. Drops it off for number 23, Palin. How can I forget Luke Palin? Had a big game off of the bench yesterday. That's the kid I was forgetting. Left hand, Coonrod drops it off back to Palin on the left side, deep wing. Some trouble with it. Kick ball. No intentions to kick. That's not a kick ball. And left side, we have a jumper coming near the baseline. 12-footer's good. Big bucket by Jordan Haar puts Carrollton back on top, 8-7. 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. Carrollton with an 8-7 lead over Woodlawn in the 1A state championship. 3:26 to go in the first quarter. Harlow gives in the left corner. Owens for 3. No good off the mark. Rebound to Hollenkamp. He will lean in. Double pump is no good. Almost got it back, but Coonrod recovers.
And so far, early in the game, Coonrod's playing very well at both ends and showing why he got the recognition that he did.
No kidding. Very good player for the Hawks. Left-hand dribble brings it, but loses it. Was bringing it towards the left elbow. Owens will recover. No tip, no nothing. Just lost control of the dribble. Owens with it on the deep right wing up top. A.J. Webb, a deep 3 is good. A.J. Webb, an unsung hero for the Cardinals in this state tournament. 10-8 is the lead. Cardinals are back up 2. Here comes Hard to the right wing. Drops it back for Palin between the circles. Now to the left wing for Coonrod. 2:42 to play. Opening quarter. 10-8 is the Woodlawn lead. Carrollton makes a move. That's Hard. Off the right elbow. Bounces it back to the right wing for Palin. Coming right side. Now switches back left. Cuts back to the free throw line. Pulls up. Partially blocked by Kennedy. Maybe not a block. And he'll travel with the basketball.
Yeah, he went up and nobody blocked the shot, and he kind of lost control of it. He can't be the first one to grab it. If he does, it's a travel. And that's a very heads-up play for a freshman. He was trying to wave some of his teammates over to grab it, and he eventually had to get it before the kid from Woodlawn did.
I think some of the Woodlawn kids thought that they had the right idea as well, but interestingly enough, it's Woodlawn basketball off the turnover. With it up top is Harlow. Off of the right wing, Hollenkamp runs into Fraley, no call. Probably a good no call. Coming off of the left-hand dribble, now we'll have contact. That might be on Fraley, and that'll be the team's third foul. With 2:06 left to go in the first quarter, still a 10-8 Woodlawn lead.
And you see that, it's really It's a physical game, and there's a lot of bumping, and they're doing a good job of bumping Owens and Hollenkamp and not letting them get their feet set and shoot the ball.
Owens will trigger into the right corner. Hollenkamp feeds up top for Harlow. Back to the right wing. It's Gabe Owens. 2:02 to play in the first. A 10-8 Cardinal lead. Cardinals looking for their first state championship in 3 tries here at state. Turnaround. Gabe Owens in the lane. Bounces off the iron. No good as it rolls off right. Rebound goes to Kraut. Minute 49 to play in the opening quarter. 10-8 Woodlawn on top. Fast pass. Now a right jumper is no good from Fraley. There's an 18-footer that just dribbled right off of the rim. And the rebound went to Woodlawn. 1:32 to play in the opening quarter. 10-8 Cardinals on top. Right wing, it's A.J. Webb. Looks up top, finds Hollenkamp. Owens wide open for 3. Can't leave him open except for that time. Missed the shot, and the rebound will go to Palin. Has a man up ahead, it's Fraley. He'll go to Hollenkamp, swats a shot. Hollenkamp got the rebound after the block. Great defensive maneuver by Chris Hollenkamp with 1:09 to play in the first.
And Owens was able to get open there on that last shot because he set a good cross screen for Hollenkamp. Carrollton switching, and they're also showing, so it's hard to get back to the shooter, and screen-to-screener action will be open for Woodlawn.
As Harlow will pull off ill-advised from the left elbow. 10-8, Woodlawn up 2 with 50 seconds to go in the first. 3 coming from Fraley is good. He was left open on the right arc. It's 11-10. Carrollton back up. Had a teeter-totter here in the first quarter. 38 seconds to go. In the backcourt, it's Gabe Owens with the dribble. Left hand across the timeline, left of the circle, over to the wing. Hollenkamp with the basketball, getting ready to get a screen from Harlow. Goes against the screen. And now a turnaround is off the side of the backboard. Ill-advised again. Cardinals having some trouble with shot selection.
Yeah, probably not what you want with 25 seconds to go in the quarter. No, probably not what I'm sure that Coach Witzel would like.
No doubt. 11 seconds to go in the quarter. Carrollton with the basketball. 11-10 is their lead. It's a bounce pass over to Palin. 3 from the corner is no good, off the mark. Rebound Coonrod inside. Scoops it back up and in. That one will count, and it's 13-10. Carrollton over Woodlawn after 1. We'll take a break, come back with the second quarter. This is the Road to Peoria on Q106.
Hey, moms and dads, don't stay up at night trying to figure out how to pay for your kids' education. There's no need to worry. I send my kids to Rend Lake College. RLC offers the same high-quality education as a 4-year school at a fraction of the cost. Plus, they get to stay close to home. Tuition, room, and board are like $19,000 every year at the 4 years, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. At RLC, tuition, books, and supplies are only approximately $4,000. That's Math 101. And with over 100 degree and certificate programs, they have the exact courses your kids need to be well on their way to a great career. Give your college-bound child the quality education they deserve without breaking the bank. Rend Lake College is the right choice. Whether your student plans to transfer to a university or train for direct entry into the workforce, call RLC at 437-5321 to speak to a counselor. I actually logged on to rlc.edu. That's rlc.edu.
The Road to Peoria continues on Q106 and WQRLradio.com.
And welcome back inside Carver Arena. After the first quarter, the Woodlawn Cardinals trail the Carrollton Hawks in the 1A state championship game 13-10. Woodlawn just 3 of 13 from the floor, 2 of 7 from the outside. Been a difference in this ball game. Meanwhile, Carrollton is 5-11 from the floor, 1 of 3 from the outside. So they are 4 of 8, shooting 50% from the inside for the game. That has been a difference thus far. Getting better looks. The Cardinals are forcing some outside shots that they do not need. 13-10 after 1. Woodlawn trails. It'll be Carrollton basketball to start. So they got the buzzer beater to end the first quarter, then get the ball back and can build a nice little lead here. Of course, they were up 6-2 earlier and squandered that. They had a nice run to start the game yesterday and squandered that. Had to come from behind to beat Illini Central. Up top, Coonrod throws to the right arc. Fraley feigned a 3 and threw back to Coonrod with 7:47 to go in the half. Coonrod, a nice move to the bucket again. Scoop shot that time's not good. Rebound to A.J. Webb. He'll have it stolen away, and that'll be a foul on Carrollton. Should be on, I believe, Palin. So that's 14 fouls now on Carrollton, just the first on Lucas Palin. 13-10, Carrollton. Woodlawn with the basketball, length of the floor to go as they go left to right. It'll be Kennedy to trigger into the backcourt for Gabe Owens. Owens has been somewhat quiet here in the state tourney. Had a decent game yesterday.
Yeah, great first half. You know, I don't know that he scored in the second half other than a couple free throws, but he had a great first half.
That he did. Right elbow jumper, in and out, back in again as it bounces down for A.J. Webb, 13-12. And the Cardinals are back within one with 7:22 to go in the half. Inside the right arc, that was hard. Gave it to Fraley, back to Hart. It'll be swung around Coonrod. College three is good.
Yeah, Webb was slow on the closeout there, and can't give Coonrod that much space. I mean, he's really shooting the ball well here to get going. 9 points already in the first 9 minutes of the game.
Back to a 2-possession lead for the Hawks. 7 minutes to play in the first half. Off to the right wing comes Kennedy. Looks left, has Christian Hollenkamp. Thought about the three. Now goes elbow, and there's a foul before the travel. So that'll be the 5th team foul on Carrollton. Renlake College has been the vehicle to a brighter future for over 40 years. Find out why at rlc.edu. Of course, the road to Peoria is presented by RLC. One of their in-district teams is in this state championship game. Hollenkamp with a college three from the top is long. Rebound tipped away from Owens to Coonrod. And here comes Carrollton. Speed pass up the right side. Nice play. Fraley able to get to the bucket with a layup. 6-point lead for Carrollton. It's 18-12.
Yeah, big possession here for Woodlawn as Carrollton's really killing them on the glass and in transition, and probably two things I'm sure Coach Whistle talked about before the game.
Top of the key, it's Hollenkamp. Looks to the right wing. Owens will throw up a three. It's off the mark. Ice cold are the Cardinals. Rebound saved by Kennedy. He'll throw it out of bounds off of number 43, Cody Kraut. 6:22 to go in the first half. Carrollton 18, Woodlawn 12.
And people will say, well, Woodlawn shot the ball really well yesterday and they're struggling today. Well, a lot of it has to do with being guarded. Yesterday they weren't, today they are.
So Owens will take a seat. Hateman will check back in. Box set for the Cardinals here on the baseline inbound. Right baseline. And Hateman will lob it into Kennedy. A lot of youth out there right now as Hollenkamp will throw up a three in and out. Back in again. Left corner bomb for Christian Hollenkamp. Brings it back within a possession. 18-15 with 6:10 to go. Up top is Palin. Now Coonrod wide open for three. Foul, and the shot will count because it went down, but there's a foul away from the shot, I believe. A foul. The foul is on Carrollton. It was after the shot, which will count, which is the right call. It's 21-15. Carrollton on top. So they have an answer for the three from Hollenkamp. Somebody's going to have to guard Mr. Coonrod. Easier said than done. Hateman had it up top, through to the right side for Webb. He'll dribble into a 17-footer two. No good. Here comes Carrollton off of the rebound. Har will travel the basketball at the left wing. Turnover Carrollton. Rutrow. This is one of those games you just didn't know how to read because Woodlawn had such a lopsided victory over North Shore, who played Illini Central close. But Illini Central played Carrollton close. And that's why A plus B equals C doesn't work.
That's why they play the game.
You betcha. Off to the left, it is Matt Kennedy. Long two on the way with the back feet on the line. It's good. 21-17. You need points from your young men. That's how it works. Matt Kennedy gets some. Back within four of the Cardinals. Slide pass in the lane. Broken up by Kennedy. Webb will get it. Good turnover there. Forced by the Cardinals. Hateman will bring it across the timeline. Hateman, first name Jason, spelled with a Y. Jayson. Throws to Webb. His name's easy. It's A.J. Off the left arc. Hateman with the basketball again. Now throws to the left wing for Hollenkamp. Up top, Kennedy drops it off for Hateman coming around. 4:56 to play in the first half. It's 21-17. Cardinals trail by 4.
And Carrollton's gone box and one here. I wondered if we'd see some box and triangle with Owens out of the game. They've gone box on Hollenkamp, so somebody other than Christian's going to have to make a jumper because they're not guarding those other four guys out there right now.
Hollenkamp makes the jumper. Able to somehow, with a hand in his face, lean in and drain it too. It's 21-19. The Cardinals cut it. 4:30 to play in the first half. Coonrod another three on the way, and it's off the front iron. He's not going to make them all day, but you got to guard him. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie or take the lead with 4:20 to go in the half. Cardinals are able to keep it close, but struggling. Down low, it's going to be Robinson leaning in. The one-hander's no good. And now it's a pass going to go to Fraley. He'll bring it up. lower block call apparently on A.J. Webb as he leaned in with the bottom portion of his body. Blocked the shot, but going to the line to shoot two and extend the lead is number 24, Mike Fraley.
And I thought Webb did a good job there at getting back and kind of avoiding the contact with his body, but, I guess he got him with the lower part. And Owens is going to come back in the game. We'll see if Coach Timwoody switches that box to a triangle on Holenkamp and Owens and makes somebody else make some shots to beat him.
So Harlow and Owens will check back in. It's starters for Woodlawn. Gabe Owens. Actually, we'll go in numerical order. A.J. Webb, Gabe Owens, Christian Hollenkamp, Jason Hateman, and Chris Harlow. Second free throw is good. So Fraley makes both. It's 23-19. And we have a media timeout. Media timeout. 4:08 to go here in the second quarter. The Carrollton Hawks 23, the Woodlawn Cardinals 19. We'll take a break. This is the Road to Peoria on Q106.
No one does Truck Month like Weeks in Benton. No, seriously, it's Ram and Chevy Truck Month at Weeks in Benton. Save big on a Hemi, a 2012 Dodge Ram, power windows and locks. MSRP is $24,820. Weeks price $19,999. And a 2011 Chevy Silverado All-Star Edition C71 appearance package. MSRP is $34,349. Weeks price $25,999. You save almost $9,000. Now that's Truck Month. Weeks Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Polaris. Highway 37 north in Benton. North of town, but south of the price.
Doris Trucking and Cesar provides quality service and dependability. For local hauling, Doris Trucking has short and long bed dump trailers, flatbeds, and tandem dump trucks. Doris Trucking can haul grain from your farm and lime to your farm. Doris Trucking keeps driveway rock, clay-filled dirt, and topsoil at the Cesar yard. Doris Trucking can tailgate rock your driveway to get rid of that mud before winter hits. For pricing or needing a bid on rock, dirt, or your trucking project, give Doris Trucking a call at 625-5753.
This is your high school sports connection. More basketball ahead on Q106.
And welcome back to Carver Arena. Midway through the second quarter, the Woodlawn Cardinals trail the Carrollton Hawks 23-19. Chris Hugo with Ron Winemiller alongside. 4-point ball game here. Possession arrow favors Woodlawn at the moment. Basketball will belong to the Cardinals as Mr. Fraley sank two free throws before the media timeout.
And, Owens comes back in the game, and he's off to a rough start, but he's a kid that's shot and played with his dad in the gym for a long time, and he's kind of got to get going here for Woodlawn to be a little more comfortable offensively.
Coming off of the left wing, here comes Hollenkamp. Baseline jumper, just a little short. A rebound to Coonrod, and here comes Carrollton. 3:52 to go in the second quarter. Up the left side, it was Palin leaving it for Kraut. He'll throw up a jumper. No good on the twist. Rebound will go in the paint in the back court to Christian Hollenkamp. Up the left side we go. It'll be Gabe Owens. 3:35 to play. First half. 23-19 Woodlawn trails. Hollenkamp off the left wing trying to get the screen. Harlow. Hateman will throw up a three. It's good. Big three by the sophomore. Back within one are the Cardinals. 3:22 to go in the second quarter rather. Something like that.
And, we said somebody else is going to have to step up and score, and if they're not going to guard Hateman, he's going to have to make open jumpers.
He did there. Coonrod throws to the right sideline for Palin. Now a lob from hard down low to Kraut, tipped away by Hateman. It'll belong to Carrollton. Great defensive maneuver down low. Great presence. At least in my humble opinion.
Yeah, did a good job of helping off his guy. They really hurt Illini Central with that high-low lob yesterday and did a good job of guarding it, I'm sure, to how they did in scout.
Coming around. Ooh, nice jump stop by Hart to get to the basket. Back up three. Carrollton, 25-22, 2:54 to play in the first half. State championship on the line. IHSA Class 1A. Coming around to the right is A.J. Webb. Stops top, throws to the left wing for Hollenkamp. Screen from Harlow. Allows Hollenkamp to get to the top. Isolated Gabe Owens for three. No good. He was wide open and just missed it.
And that's two great looks he's had the last two times, almost from the same spot, and he just hasn't hit them. And he banged him in yesterday, so you know that he's gonna get it rolling here before too much longer.
Palin with the right elbow jumper's no good. Rebound falls right into the hands of Chris Harlow. 2:22 to go in the first half. 25-22 Carrollton. Gabe Owens with the basketball. Harlow with it up top. Now back to the left wing for Hateman. A.J. Webb top of the key. Looking back left side finds Gabe Owens. 2:09 to play in the half. It's 25-22. Hollenkamp with it up top. Looking inside, Hateman. Blocked, and it's blocked out of bounds. It'll remain with Woodlawn with 2:02 to go. Heyman went up for the shot as he crossed the lane. It was absolutely stuffed, and it goes out of bounds. Team rebound to Woodlawn.
My man Palin again. That was a great athletic play to get up and block that shot, and there's no doubt it was a clean block.
Yes, sir. All alone underneath. It's Harlow. He'll get the bucket. Came from the left block to the right. Found the zip pass in the lane and back within one of the Cardinals, 25-24.
And that shows you the respect Owens has on his outside jump shot because both guys ran with him. Harlow flipped the screen and was wide open.
Coonrod left open again for three. This time off the back iron. Rebound to Heyman. Big rebound for the young sophomore. 1:40 to play in the second quarter. 25-24. Carrollton leads Woodlawn state championship action. Harlow with it off of the left arc. Finds Gabe Owens working against Coonrod. Matchups favored Coonrod thus far. Heyman up top for three in the lead. Yes! Jason Hateman nails the tray. It's 27-25. Woodlawn up 2 with 1:20 to play in the first half.
And that's going to open up things for their other guys, the main scorers, because now Hateman's hit him on back-to-back jumpers, and he's caught it and shot it and not thought about it like he was doing earlier in the game.
Well, that bodes well for the future of Woodlawn if that sophomore can nail some shots in the state championship game. Fraley left open for three. Off the front iron, rebound Coonrod underneath. He is blocked by Christian Hollenkamp. Kraut recovers left corner. It'll be reset at the top with less than a minute to play in the first half. 27-25. Cardinals on top for a state championship. Right corner, it's Coonrod. One left dribble. Throws up top to Kraut. Now left wing for Har. It'll be swung into the corner for Palin. Palin from the left corner goes back to the wing. Har dribbles to the elbow. Looks to throw across. Doubles for the top. It's swung around to the left arc. Palin thought about it. Goes left. Har takes the move. Gets the jump stop in the lane. The scoop was no good. Blocked from behind. Stuck his rebound up and in. Woof. 27-27, we're tied with 24 seconds. First half of your 1A state championship game. Woodlawn Carrollton tied at 27. Owens will walk it across with 14. Right-hand dribble with 13. Looks back to the left with 10 to Harlow. Harlow with 8, throws up top. Hollenkamp, 3 on the way from the college line is good! 30-27, Woodlawn on top with 1. Coonrod from half court to tie, no! The Woodlawn Cardinals lead Carrollton at the half, 30-27. We need to take a break. Come back with your halftime report. Next is the road to Peoria on Q106.
Just how big of a Saluki fan are you? People's National Bank is challenging your fanhood. Show your Saluki colors by opening a Southern Illinois University Saluki free checking account exclusively at People's National Bank. It only takes $100 to open the account. Your first box of checks is free, and online banking, Visa debit card, and bill pay are free too. Stop by People's National Bank today to find out more. People's National Bank, official home of Saluki Checking. Non-usage fees may apply. Member FDIC.
Helia Healthcare in Benton. It's like home away from home. For short-term residents, the expert staff provides rehab services, helping you become independent again and able to safely return home. All residents enjoy delicious food served buffet style, and each room features a private bath, lots of closet space, and cable TV. Residents can also enjoy the spacious outdoor patio and garden. Find out more at HeliaHealthcare.com or stop in next to Franklin Hospital. It's like home away from home. Helia Healthcare in Benton. There's a lot more to managing money than just tax preparation. You need a real CPA, like Russell Allen Monroe. He's been serving the people on the north side of McLeansboro Square for the past 27 years with honest, dependable accounting services. Member of the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. If you need expert tax and year-long accounting service, call Russell Allen Monroe at 102 East Market Street in McLeansboro. Call 618-643-3993 or visit online at allenmonroecpa.com.
No one does truck month like Weeks in Benton. No, seriously, it's Ram and Chevy truck month at Weeks in Benton. Save big on a Hemi, a 2012 Dodge Ram, power windows and locks. MSRP is $24,820. Weeks price $19,999. And a 2011 Chevy Silverado All-Star Edition Z71 appearance package. MSRP is $34,349. Weeks price $25,999. You save almost $9,000. Now that's truck month. Weeks Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Polaris. Highway 37 north in Benton. North of town, but south of the price.
This is the road to Peoria on Q106, presented by Red Lake College.
And welcome back here at the half, your 1A state championship game. Woodlawn with a 30-27 lead over the Carrollton Hawks, as they will give the medals to the third and fourth place teams and award the third and fourth place trophies here at the break as well. In the earlier game, of course, for third place, Illini Central beat North Shore Country Day 51-48. sometimes I get the winner mixed up with the loser, and that doesn't end up too well. But Illini Central, your third place trophy winner. North Shore gave it an effort, but they will be your fourth place trophy winner. Right here, the big trophy on the line. Woodlawn up 3 at the break. So I love watching this on TV. It doesn't excite me as much in person for some reason.
Are you talking about the trophy presentation?
Yeah, and the medals. I don't know why. A lot more people to give one to for Illini Central.
Yeah,
not quite as many for North Shore.
Yeah, Illini Central's kind of got the C line going, and Winnebago's kind of got the small L.
Exactly what I was thinking. Backwards L or a backwards 7.
And, here's something that haven't really talked about, but Carrollton's the only one of these 4 schools that play football at their home place. Of course, Woodlawn co-ops with Cesar and Valier and Waltonville, and neither one of these 2 teams play football at all. So, I take that back. Winnetka, North Shore, they might play at their own place, but I know Illini Central doesn't play football at all as far as that goes. And, so to these kids, this is really all they got. I mean, basketball's it. I'm sure 90% of them will go play baseball, but no football to play in the fall, so they go right into basketball. And this is what all they got probably in Mason City is this team every Friday night.
Well, and you look at Woodlawn and you talk baseball. Woodlawn a favorite to make maybe a run in 1A. They lost in the Super Sectional to Goreville last year. They had a couple of seniors, but both were injured in the form of Jeremy Aparicio and Dawson Verheim. So you lose those 2 who really weren't a factor, with all due respect for the Cardinals in the Super Sectional, and you hope maybe that run can continue for the Woodlawn Cardinals out of the Midland Trail Conference. Who knows? Well,
and I think, you talk about Woodlawn in basketball, man, four-class athletics has definitely helped the Black Cats, too, and the Lady Black Cats. Goreville, a couple runs in baseball, had a great run in softball last year. The basketball team has never gotten a trophy, but 3 straight sectionals, I want to say, maybe. And so, you look at teams like that, and you knew that when 4-class athletics started that you were dealing with teams like that, and it was going to benefit someone. You kind of had some ideas of who it might be. Goreville is one that it definitely has. In other sports, maybe not necessarily in basketball as much, but definitely has in other sports like it has Woodlawn.
Well, and you look at 1A and just the difference it has made for communities. You look at Cowden Herrick Beecham City's girls basketball co-op, and you think about Goreville and the Lady Black Cats having to run into that buzzsaw to Salem Super. Cowden Herrick Beecham City might have won. They would have run quite a few 2A regionals and sectionals. I can think of one 3A regional they would have won without an issue, and might have won that same sectional. So, unfortunate for Goreville to have to run into that, but it has made a difference, and it allows you to see the success that these teams are having and the quality basketball that is played.
Yeah, and I think you take it one step farther. You take that Cowden Herrick Beecham City team, which I did not see play, but having talked to Todd Tripp and how good he said they were, I really respect Todd's opinion on things like that. And they sit so close to T-Town that team maybe never ever wins a regional. Because who knows if they could. I'm sure they played T-Town this year. I just don't know how they did against them.
1 and 2.
So right there, you knew the answer.
The only loss in T-Town is in the National Trail Conference tournament. It's T-Town's only girls loss in that tournament ever, and also their last tournament because T-Town's going independent.
Sure. So, you look at it like that. Maybe they don't beat them in the regional. Maybe you take that great run and that great story, and it ends in the regional, and people just say, well, T-Town dominated the little teams around them again. And, it's definitely changed. And I don't think, if you don't have 4-class basketball, I think T-Town's still in the national trail. And I know maybe that's a question for Andy Fehrenbacher or Andy Johnson, somebody like that, and that's just a pure guess on my point, but why does T-Town need to play those teams anymore when they're not going to see them in the postseason?
Right.
And, great move by them. They're able to play whoever they want. Maybe a great T-Town team now is 24-5 instead of 30-1 because they're really going to up their schedule. I know they're going to play a lot of good people. They're getting into the Nashville tournament, and they're going to see Bree Central, see Mater Dei, see Nashville. So, they're definitely upping their schedule. And as a result, I think they're going to reap the rewards for that as much as you can, as successful as they've been, but maybe it kind of pushes them over the top and gets them ready for postseason.
And that is very, very possible. Of course, We are here at the half. The Woodlawn Cardinals in the state championship game, Class 1A, lead the Carrollton Hawks 30-27. We need to take a break. We'll come back and give you some stats. This is the Road to Peoria on Q106.
If you have concerns about the condition of your pearly whites, schedule a complimentary consultation with Childers Orthodontics, where you can sit down with Dr. Childers and discuss your concerns, expectations, or needs. He'll evaluate your situation and determine if and when you should begin treatment. It doesn't matter how young or old you are, every smile is special at Childers Orthodontics in Benton, Harrisburg, and their newest location in Logan Park at the crossroads of routes 13 and 148. You can also find them online at childersbraces.com.
Helia Healthcare in Benton. It's like home away from home. For short-term residents, the expert staff provides rehab services, helping you become independent again and able to safely return home. All residents enjoy delicious food served buffet style, and each room features a private bath, lots of closet space, and cable TV. Residents can also enjoy the spacious outdoor patio and garden. Find out more at HeliaHealthcare.com or stop in next to Franklin Hospital. It's like home away from home. Helia Healthcare in Benton.
Back to the hardwood on Q106, sponsored by Red Lake College.
And we welcome you back to Carver Arena here at the half in the Class 1A state championship game. The Woodlawn Cardinals with a 30-27 lead over the Carrollton Hawks. Chris Hugo with Ron Winemiller alongside on Q106 and WQRLradio.com, presented by Red Lake College. Red Lake College provides the education you need to transfer to a four-year school and save you thousands. Find out which program or certificate is right for you at rlc.edu. Red Lake College, of course, the Warriors are up here. Probably over by now. We're playing Shawnee College in a region tournament up here for Division II. Of course, we wish the best of luck yesterday to Randy House and the Warriors. Some Woodlawn flavor there as Dawson Verheyen suits up. Mount Vernon flavor as well. Kevon Fortney, I believe Smith from Trico, maybe.
Amos from Massac County out of our conference, so.
Yeah, getting a lot of local flavor there at Red Lake College.
I said Amos, Ayala. Played last year, Amos this year. So.
I was wondering, because I was pretty sure I just saw him at the Pyramid.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Thank goodness we don't have to see him anymore, that's for sure. They've lost three great
players. Gamble will tell you the same thing.
Yes, and they've lost three great players, the last 3 years in Bailey, Ayala, and now Amos. And got another good one coming in Mitchell, just a sophomore that really had a great end of the year for him. So Massac just kind of seems to reload, Joe does down there.
Somehow finds a way to do it. 30-27 your score at the half. Woodlawn leads Carrollton. Woodlawn a nice run put together at the end of the second quarter. The clock finally starts as they are done with the trophy and medal presentations for third and fourth place. And if you're just joining us, we had that game for you earlier, but Illini Central defeated North Shore Country Day in a close one, 51-48, to win third place. So the Cougars of IC are third place, and the Raiders of NS are fourth. We'll give you some stats here for the championship game. From the field, the Woodlawn Cardinals were 11-28 in the first half, 6-14 from the outside. That increased in the second quarter. 2-2 from the free throw line. They have 11 points from Christian Hollenkamp, 6 from Jason Hateman, 2 big threes for him, 5 from A.J. Webb, 4 from Chris Harlow, 2 apiece from Matt Kinsey and Gabe Owens. Rebounding edge does belong to Carrollton, 19-13. 10 defensive boards for the Cardinals, 14 for Carrollton, who was 10 of 25 from the floor, 3 of 9 from three-point land, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Joey Coonrod leads the way with a game-high 12 points, 9 from Mike Fraley, 6 from Jordan Haar, and that gives us our halftime score of 30-27. Turnover disadvantage, unofficially, but officially, according to this, belongs to Carrollton. Woodlawn allegedly has not turned the ball over, according to this, although I had one at least. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Carrollton has 5 turnovers.
And I think the big stat there is, Carrollton's out-rebounded Woodlawn 19-13. So -6 on the glass for Woodlawn early in the game in the first half. But they started making a few jumpers. You start making jumpers, life starts getting easier. And, you got a 3-point lead at the half, and arguably your best player hasn't really played that great in the first half. So that's got to make you feel pretty good. And Coonrod kind of cooled off there the last 4 or 5 minutes, and just got to continue to guard him and not let him get rolling. I mean, they've got Coonrod for 12 points and 10 rebounds in the first half. I mean, that's a great game for most kids, and he's got 12 and 10 at the half. He's on pace to get 20 and 20. So we'll see if Woodlawn can do a little better job maybe keeping him off the glass in the second half.
Now they're going to have to make some of those adjustments if they want to take home their first ever state championship. Woodlawn does have a second-place trophy from 2009 and a third-place trophy from a year ago. I think, obviously, a state championship is special, don't get me wrong, but I think the fact that this trip to Peoria was somewhat unexpected kind of makes this that much more special for the Cardinals. Of course, they were expected to go in 09, just from the success they had from 08 and returning so much talent. Many just did not see any way possible they would not make it here to Peoria. And then in 10, I think everybody expected them to get to the Super Sectional at least, and then once they saw the matchup, thought they would get back to Peoria. Chip Vasco and the Red Devils and Cecil Leary had something to say about that. And then last year, in 2011, I think it was another issue where everybody thought the Cardinals would get to the Super again, so Meridian was going to be the team to beat, actually Trico, and then it became Meridian. But all in all, the Cardinals just find ways to win ball games, and they're up 3 here at the half.
Well, and I think what Shane's kind of built at Woodlawn is it's one of those things where to equate it to college basketball, it almost becomes like a Duke or a Carolina or a Kentucky where you think, hey, they got a chance to win no matter how good or what their record is, they got a chance to win the tournament every year, get to the Final Four every year until somebody knocks them out. And I think that's kind of where Woodlawn's at. They got a chance every year. Next year, they lose Holenkamp, they lose some good players, but they bring back Owens and Marlowe and Harlow. So you look at them and you got to think they got a chance to be right back here next year. But you see when they ran out, Holenkamp ran to the wrong end and he was shooting with the Carrollton kids. He got a little confused as to which end to go to. So, and that may be a good thing because I saw him and Owens kind of laugh about it. You're 16 minutes away. You're playing in a state championship, and you want to stay loose. You certainly don't want to tighten up here the last 16 minutes thinking about we're 16 minutes away from the state title. You just want to go play and see what happens at the end of the game.
Of course, we want to brag a little bit on the RLC Warriors. Rim Lake beat Shawnee 81-72 today in the Division II Region 24 tournament. The Warriors will now play the winner of Parkland and John Wood tomorrow for the right to go to nationals. So congratulations to Randy House and the RLC Warriors. Great win for the area. Of course, the road to Peoria, coincidentally, presented by Red Lake College. It has nothing to do with our announcement of their victory. We were genuinely happy for the RLC Warriors.
Yeah, Coach House is a great guy, does a great job with those guys, and he's really kind of getting that program, kind of rolling a little bit at the Division II level.
It really is, and I think that's kind of what they needed. And we're the number one seed coming in, so, the odds with RLC and with a lot of local talent, it's difficult to fathom why anybody wouldn't want to go watch the RLC Warriors play. 30-27, Woodlawn leads Carrollton at the half, and we'll have second half action coming up. We need to take a break. We'll take our last break of the half, come back, and get you set. This is the road to Peoria on Q106.
Doris Trucking and Cessor provides quality service and dependability. For local hauling, Doris Trucking has short and long bed dump trailers, flatbeds, and tandem dump trucks. Doris Trucking can haul grain from your farm and lime to your farm. Doris Trucking keeps driveway rock, clay-filled dirt, and topsoil at the Cessor yard. Doris Trucking can tailgate rock your driveway to get rid of that mud before winter hits. For pricing or needing a bid on rock, dirt, or your trucking project, give Doris Trucking a call at 625-5753.
Hi, this is Franny Crawford with People's National Bank. People's National Bank is proud to be a Southern Illinois bank serving our customers for over 100 years, bringing you customer-friendly products such as free checking, Saluki checking, online banking, bill pay, Visa check cards, and much more. With other banks charging fees for their customer-friendly products, we are focused more than ever to meet the financial needs of our customers. Stop by one of our 17 locations and see what banking with a family-owned bank is all about. People's National Bank, member FDIC. Non-usage fees may apply.
Hey, moms and dads, don't stay up at night trying to figure out how to pay for your kids' education. There's no need to worry. I send my kids to Rend Lake College. RLC offers the same high-quality education as a four-year school at a fraction of the cost. Plus, they get to stay close to home. Tuition, room, and board are like $19 grand every year at the 4 years, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. At RLC, tuition, books, and supplies are only approximately $4 grand. That's Math 101. And with over over 100 degree and certificate programs, they have the exact courses your kids need to be well on their way to a great career. Give your college-bound child the quality education they deserve without breaking the bank. Rend Lake College is the right choice. Whether your student plans to transfer to a university or train for direct entry into the workforce, call RLC at 437-5321 to speak to a counselor. I actually logged on to rlc.edu. That's rlc.edu.
This is your high school sports connection. More basketball ahead on Q106.
Championship. The Woodlawn Cardinals lead Carrollton 30-27. Gabe Owens with the basketball off the left wing. Woodlawn, of course, going right to left as we switch sides. Griffin Ripdeuce coming on the way from Webb is tipped out of bounds. It'll be Woodlawn basketball as one official overrules another. And he is adamant about it. Speaking of adamant, we would love to wish Trey Severin a happy 5th birthday. He is 5, which I don't know how it's physically possible considering his dad is about 12. Of course, we love Travis. We're just kidding. So happy 5th birthday to Trey Severin.
Angry Birds party today, I hear.
Oh,
Trey.
Very nice. I can see that. Off to the left wing now. Hateman will throw up a 3. No good as it rattles off the back iron. Some might say ill-advised, but that was a gutsy shot by the sophomore. Maybe a little bit of a heat check.
Yeah, and he hit his last 2. And, the thing is, when you get in a situation like that, if you start thinking about it, you don't want him shooting it. And he just caught it and shot it up there, and he was open.
Har coming around from the far corner. Banks one in off the glass. And back within one are the Hawks, 30-29.
And that's one of the first times in 2 games where you've seen a defender dribble under Woodlawn guys. Webb was just a little late with the help there, and Har was able to split him and get to the rim.
Left wing again to Hateman. It's from Owens. Webb wide open up top. Nice ball fake as he heads left. Throws it along. 2. It's good. The mid-range of fashion, at least he is now. That's hard to say. It's 32-29. Cardinals up 3 over Carrollton. Into the front court up top with it is Watson. Throws to Coonrod off of the left wing. Looking back to the right. Watson coming behind the back dribble. Almost lost it, but recovered to Har. Har with it up top of the key. Throws to the left, coming around to rescue is Fraley. Looks back to the right wing for Kraut.
This zone's really got Carrollton standing and watching a lot.
And I've seen a lot of Cardinal basketball and have not seen a lot of zone out of the Cardinals. In fact, it's almost a foregone conclusion that if I'm calling a Cardinal game, it's the defense is man. It's very, very not used to the zone defense from the Cardinals. Off of the left wing, it's Har. Looks into the corner for Kraut. He'll tip to 3, and it's good. Most people, when they're wide open for a tray, are going to knock it down, and that's just what Cody Kraut did from the left corner. We're tied at 32.
Sure, Coach Crumwoody didn't think his first field goal by a 6'6" post guy would be from the deep corner.
I don't think so either. Wide open left wing is Chris Harlow. Tied at 32, 1A state championship on the line. Owens wide open for 3. Right wing, yes. And the junior gets a taste from three-point land. It's 35-32 as he had an answer. Har brings it into the front court. Outside the paint, trying to lean in. Will gets the bounce off the front iron into the hands of Hollenkamp, and that'll be a foul on Carrollton. The road to Peoria paved by Rend Lake College. Rend Lake College offers over 100 degree and certificate programs. See which one is right for you at rlc.edu. 5:30 to play in the third quarter. The Cardinals hanging on to a 35-32 lead over the Carrollton Hawks. I believe Carrollton's out of the WIVC. Does that sound right?
Yes, that's correct. I don't know if I think they're in the southern part, the southern division.
I got you. Left wing, Harlow finds the move, splits the defender. That'll be out of bounds off of Watson. Good call by the baseline official. And it'll remain with Woodlawn. Harlow tried to make a move to the basket with a left-hand dribble, split the mid-post to the defenders. And now Owens will reset. Looks into Hateman. Hateman shakes the defender. Throws up top to Webb. Webb back to Owens off the left wing. 5:08. Wide open. Hollenkamp feet on the line. Good. As DC would say, the worst shot in all of basketball with the toes on the line. 37-32, but I think he'll take the points. Up top, Watson thought about the 3. Now looks back to the left wing. Found Fraley. Has Crowd in the left corner. Now left wing trying to isolate Coonrod up top to Watson. Has Fraley in the right corner. What will Watson do here? He'll elect for the left wing in the form of Cody Kraut. Now a skip pass coming to the right side. Into the paint goes Har. He will apparently elbow Harlow in the face, and we will have an official timeout to take care of the elbow. Or the face.
The blood.
37-34. Back within 3 are the Hawks as we are at the midway point of the third quarter, just about anyway. 4:36 left to go at the media timeout. We'll keep it here and tell you it's presented by Weeks and Benton. Weeks, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Polaris on Highway 37 in Benton, north of town but south on the Bryce. Ron Winemiller is alongside. I'm Chris Hugo here on Q106 and WQRLradio.com. It's your high school sports connection. Your home for the road to Peoria. All 4 games today on Q106. We've already had the third place game here in Class 1A. Championship on right now where the Woodlawn Cardinals lead Carrollton. 2A third place game coming your way at 6:15. That's the pregame start. And then immediately following, we'll have the 2A state championship as the Central Cougars try to bring a trophy to Southern Illinois.
Yeah, I think that game's going to be a great game. People that, they can't see the games, that maybe didn't see U-High play last night. They got a kid, and you'll have to help me with his name because I don't think I can pronounce it. Jop, I think maybe how you say it.
Yeah,
Jop.
Yeah.
He's a 6'6", 6'7" sophomore. He's a Big Ten kid. I don't think there's any doubt. I heard this weekend that Michigan's already offered Purdue, Northwestern. Somebody said that Ohio State was dabbling with him a little bit. So, that's a kid is a Big Ten kind of athlete. And Book, to me, I can't believe that no Division I kid has offered a kid with that kind of body and that kind of athleticism a scholarship. But, that's probably why I coach at the high school level. But I just love watching Brandon Book play. And he and Grapperhouse kind of willed him to win yesterday against a much more athletic Seton Hall team, Seton Academy.
Okay, we did that last night too. Both are able to recruit.
Legally.
Yes. 4:33 to play in the third quarter. 37-34 Woodlawn with the basketball. Owens across the timeline, right of the circle, comes back left, drops it off for Hateman. He'll stand there with 4:19. Still standing there. Deep left wing with 4:15.
Krause, he doesn't know back up or get on him, or he was confused.
And now Owens with it up top. Har came from around and made some contact, but Owens not scared. Back to the right wing for Hollenkamp. Nice ball fake. He'll dribble in. Elbow jumper just off the iron. Tipped out of bounds. It'll be off of Owens. It'll be Carrollton basketball.
That was a great move by Hollenkamp there. He shot just didn't fall in, just trickled off the rim. But what a great shot fake, one dribble, pull up. It's kind of the lost art of basketball. Everybody wants the threes or layups.
Length of the floor inbound now off of the baseline. It'll be Fraley to bring it across. Stop at the key, dribbles towards the right, bounces it to Kraut. Now back to the left wing for Watson. Finds Har just inside the arc on the left side. Skip pass to the right wing. Fraley will trigger it to Kraut. Now Watson hangs on for a moment off the left wing. Dribbles, pulls up from inside the top. No good. Rebound will be tipped to the back door. Har gets the bucket. Back within one is Carrollton. 37-36 with 3:20 to go in the third. Man, oh man, we could have a barn burner the rest of the way here from Carver Arena. Presented by Rend Lake College. They offer over 100 degree and certificate programs. Check them out at rlc.edu. Up top, Hollenkamp. Woodlawn going right to left, away Rats with white trim. Owens is deep right wing, thinking about it. What's his next move? Looks to his right, throws off to Harlow. Now off the screen, it'll be right wing to Hateman. Looking for a backdoor cut, nothing there. Hollenkamp pulls up for a college three, no good. Ill-advised shot. And the rebound to Coonrod. Here comes Har across the timeline, left sideline, works to the elbow, now into the paint. Nice move to the bucket, shot no good. Put back by Kraut, partially blocked, got his own rebound, stripped away by Harlow. And they are going to call a foul finally, letting them play for the most part.
Coach Crumwoody's excited now. I think he's kind of got a little bit of an argument there. I thought his kid kind of got whacked going to the rim, and if you're not going to call that, then don't call it when we got him trapped with the baseline as our third defender.
Oh, exactly. 37-36, Woodlawn hanging on with 2:30 to play in the third quarter. Across the timeline, Gabe Owens with a left-hand dribble. Looks to the sideline. Able to find Hollenkamp at the wing. He's trying to go left. Had it tipped away by Har. Hollenkamp some issues with Har defensively. He'll force up a shot in the lane, bounces off the left iron and into the hands of Har.
Yeah, two tough shots by Hollenkamp the last two times down. No, he wants to put him on his shoulders a little bit, but you're going to have to share the ball. You can't take tough shots when you get in this kind of possession kind of game in state championship.
Long three on the way is no good by Watson. It'll be tipped away back to Coonrod. He'll go left block, up and in. Lead is back to Carrollton, 38-37. And the Cardinals are going to have to take care of shot selection in the third quarter and into the fourth as we have 1:50 left. Owens with it off of the right wing. Left-hand dribble working against Coonrod. Still with a left hand. He'll go back near the circle at the Ian Bradley and throws left wing for Hateman. Hateman looking right, goes left with it to Harlow. Harlow with 1:34 to go in the third quarter with the basketball. His team down one. Looking back door for Webb. It's kicked away by Fraley. Off of the turnover, here comes a bounce pass up to the right block for Watson, blocked out of bounds by Hateman. And Jason Hateman picked up his third foul. That will send Watson to the line to try to extend the lead up to 3 if he can knock down his free throws.
And when the shot goes up for Carrollton right now, you almost need a sword and a spear to go in there and battle for the rebound because it's hand-to-hand combat every time the shot goes up. So, and that's Coonrod just kind of out physical or whatever term you want to use that last time and was able to put it back up and in. So Woodlawn's going to have to gang rebound a little bit, and all 5 guys, nobody can be leaking out and trying to run the floor too early in transition.
For the Cardinals, it is A.J. Webb, Matt Kennedy, Gabe Owens, Christian Hollenkamp, and Jason Hateman. Second free throw's good. It's a 2-point ball game, 39-37. So 1 and 2 that trip for Tyler Watson. And here comes Gabe Owens with the basketball in the backcourt. A little bit of checking back and forth between the two kids. Clay Duba, who's in the ball game, and now we'll have a pushing foul on Mr. Fraley, and that'll be the team's third. Coming up the right side with the basketball, it ended up in the hands somehow of A.J. Webb. And a foul on Carrollton in the process with 1:12 to go in the third. Near the right wing, it's A.J. Webb with the basketball. Comes with a left-hand dribble between the circles, shifts to his right, and goes to Gabe Owens at the circle. We should drop below the 1-minute mark here with Woodlawn down 2, 39-37. Hateman with it up top. Looks around to the right, finds Webb off the sideline against Fraley, trying to drive and split the defense. Kennedy comes back open off of the right wing. They'll look left arc. Hateman for 3 in the lead. No good. Rebound will go to Tyler Watson. Here comes Coonrod up the floor. He'll shift to the right side, looks to the baseline. Here comes Kraut. He'll pull up from behind. Very lucky that wasn't a foul on A.J. Webb as he got a piece of the arm of Kraut.
Yeah, tough shot that he just took there by Kraut, and he made it. And it's it's a big possession right here. It's going to be Carrollton's ball out of the quarter, so Woodlawn needs to get a score, cut it to a 1-possession game.
Here come the Cardinals. It's Webb with the basketball. Risky pass to Owens. Duba almost got a piece of that one near the timeline. But now some contact as they're taking each other out on the left point. Looking in the left corner, here comes Hollenkamp. Tightropes the sideline. Risky pass to Webb. 3 on the way. It's going to be off the mark. Rebound to Coonrod. And the Cardinals can't take these types of shots. As time expires, there's a lob from three-quarters court that just missed south. And we have reached the end of the third quarter. The Carrollton Hawks 41, the Woodlawn Cardinals 37. This is the road to Peoria on Q106.
Welcome to Subway.
Hi, I'll take a chicken pizziola melt, please.
Passport, please?
Huh?
You're about to be magically transported to Italy with your first bite, so I'm gonna need to see your passport.
I don't usually,
Here you go, sir.
Mario, she's handed over with no passport again. Call for the backup.
Get to Subway Pronto to enjoy the Delicioso Italian collection, like the chicken pizziola melt and the meatball pepperoni melt on freshly baked Italian urban cheese bread. You don't actually need a passport to enjoy the Subway Italian collection.
Limited time only at participating restaurants.
There's a lot more to managing money than just tax preparation. You need a real CPA, like Russell Allen Monroe. He's been serving the people on the north side of McLeansboro Square for the past 27 years with honest, dependable accounting services. Member of the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. If you need expert tax and year-long accounting service, call Russell Allen Monroe at 102 East Market Street in McLeansboro. Call 618-643-3993 or visit online at allenmonroecpa.com.
Back to the hardwood on Q106, sponsored by Red Lake College.
And we welcome you back inside the Carver Arena. 41-37, the Carrollton Hawks lead the Woodlawn Cardinals in this Class 1A state championship game. Chris Hugo with Ron Winemiller on Q106.3 FM, WQRL, Benton, Marion, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, a Dana Communications station. And we will head to the final quarter, at least we assume it will be. 8 minutes left to go. 41-37, a 4-point ball game, 2 possessions. This is the deficit for the Cardinals. And it'll be Carrollton basketball to start, so they have a prime opportunity to add to their lead.
when you go back, I know I talked about this at halftime, but the rebounding's gotten even more lopsided as Carrollton's now out-rebounded Woodlawn 29-15 through three quarters. It's tough to overcome.
That it is. Duba with it off to the left arc. Throws up top, Fraley down to the right wing. It's Watson. Looks around. Has crowd up top. 7:44 to play in the fourth quarter. Woodlawn trails Carrollton 41-37. 1A title. Hoping it'll come back to the 6-1-8. Watson with it off the right wing, guarded by Matt Kennedy. He'll drive in, now to be thrown up top to Fraley. Swung around in the corner for Coonrod. Matchup switch, of course, is Webb will now have Coonrod. And has off and on all day. Fraley with it, rolling right of the circle, throws off to the wing. Duba had it tipped away, but Kraut gets it off to the left wing. Now to Watson. Risky pass off of the double team at the free throw line. Oh. He will lose the basketball. Foul on the floor. Interesting.
You're talking about the travel?
Yep.
Okay.
I didn't know if it was a travel or a carry, but it was one or the other. And neither one were seen. Quick inbound will be thrown away, and it'll be Woodlawn basketball. So that must have been karma.
I used to coach with a guy that when somebody would shoot free throws that he didn't agree with, when he missed both of them, he said the ball doesn't lie. So I guess that's kind of a case of that right there.
The Owens will bring it across the timeline. He's at the circle. Throws it to the left wing for Kenny. Looks near the left sideline for Hollenkamp from Hateman. Into the corner. Owens for three. Yes! 41-40 and back within one of the Birds. 6:47 to go in the fourth. It'll be Duba across the timeline. Dribbling inside the arc towards the right. Throws to Watson up top. Coonrod off the left elbow. Throws down low. Here comes underneath. Is that Kraut? Yes, it is. He'll miss it off the back iron. Rebound Kennedy. Some contact from Duba. No call. Incidental. And here we go. The Cardinals looking to fly high in Peoria. State championship on the line. Class 1A. Up top, Kennedy from Owens. Looks back to the left. Hateman is swallowed up, and we have a 5-second call.
And that was the case there where Kennedy was going to throw the ball to Hateman no matter what. On the left wing, and they did a good job denying it, where he would have just taken one dribble out if they could have avoided that turnover in a big possession right there.
Down one, the Cardinals, 41-40, 6:14 to play in regulation. Coonrod heads to the left wing. Now dribbles towards the baseline, picked from behind by Webb, and a foul.
Yeah, but Webb did that to himself by gambling 40 feet from the basket, and then Coonrod was able to cross him over and get him on his back, and that's not what you really want to do there. And Webb and Coonrod are not going to be sending each other Christmas cards, I can tell you that. And if they end up at the same college, they will not want to be roommates. They are bumping, and it is getting pretty chippy and pretty physical here in the fourth quarter.
Coonrod will trigger. Looks to his right, finds Kraut off of the arc. Now between, well, not really, but kind of between the circles. Fraley looks back to Kraut off of the wing. 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter, 41-40, and Carrollton will throw the ball away again.
And Kraut's had two terrible turnovers here in the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter.
That won't help matters. The action today and every day along the road to Peoria has been presented by Red Lake College. Red Lake College has been the vehicle to a brighter future for over 40 years. Find out why at rlc.edu.
And Owens just buried that three. You wonder if Coach Wilson won't run another set here and maybe get Gabe another look. Yep, same one they just ran.
Off the left wing, it's Hateman. Now some contact, and there will be a foul on Coonrod. That'll be his second. Team's fourth. Just pushed Kennedy, I thought, to the ground. And so now the Cardinals are reset right in front of the scorer's table.
And they were trying to come back to that same set where Hateman's going to down screen and bust Owens loose in the corner, and Kennedy got knocked down before they could get all the way through it.
Owens coming with it up top. NBA three is on the way, and it's ill-advised.
Yeah, that's a tough shot.
Missed badly.
Yeah, probably, they were going to run a set and get him a shot. Probably not what they were looking for right there with 5.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Of course, I've seen him make those plenty of times. Some trouble with the basketball. Fraley, he'll throw it right to Owens at the back door. So Gabe forces the turnover after the shot that he missed from NBA range. So maybe he'll have the last laugh with 5:14 to play in the fourth quarter. Carrollton up 41-40 over Woodlawn. Cardinals with the basketball. It's Webb up top. Goes to the right. Has Owens. Grip and rip three. Is good. 43-41, and that puts the Cardinals back on top by 2. It's 5 minutes to play in the fourth.
and that's the old catch and shoot. You got to make him dribble it. I mean, the one time where he missed it badly, he was dribbling into a shot. The 2 times before that, catch and shoot, he's going to make more of those than he's going to miss.
Palin coming around off of a curl, gets to the hoop, no good. Rebound taken away by Hollenkamp. A lot of contact down low. Letting them play. 4:38 to play in the fourth quarter. Next dead ball is the media timeout. 43-41 the score. Woodlawn leads Carrollton. Hollenkamp quietly at the free throw line. Looking to assert himself here momentarily. Off the left wing, Hateman's in trouble with the basketball. And now a foul on Coonrod. That'll be his third. And that'll be the team's fifth. Should be media timeout. Orange sleeve goes up. That's our cue. 4:23 to go in the fourth quarter. The Woodlawn Cardinals 43, the Carrollton Hawks 41. Media timeout on the floor. We'll take 1-2, courtesy of Weeks and Benton. This is the road to Peoria on Q106.
Helia Healthcare in Benton. It's like home away from home. For short-term residents, the expert staff provides rehab services, helping you become independent again and able to safely return home. All residents enjoy delicious food served buffet style, and each room features a private bath, lots of closet space, and cable TV. Residents can also enjoy the spacious outdoor patio and garden. Find out more at HeliaHealthcare.com or stop in next to Franklin Hospital. It's like home away from home. Helia Healthcare in Benton.
No one does Truck Month like Weeks in Benton. No, seriously, it's Ram and Chevy Truck Month at Weeks in Benton. Save big on a Hemi, a 2012 Dodge Ram, power windows and locks. MSRP is $24,820. Weeks price $19,999. And a 2011 Chevy Silverado All-Star Edition Z71 Appearance Package. MSRP is $34,349. Weeks price $25,999. You save almost $9,000. Now that's Truck Month. Weeks Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Polaris. Highway 37 North in Benton. North of town, but south of the price.
This is the road to Peoria on Q106, presented by Red Lake College.
And welcome back inside Carver Arena for the Peoria Civic Center. Chris Hugo with Ron Winemiller alongside. 4:23 to go in regulation. State championship action, Class 1A. The Woodlawn Cardinals lead the Carrollton Hawks 43-41. Inbound will come side out of bounds. Chris Harlow will trigger right in front of the scorer's table. Backcourt to Gabe Owens. Owens had a big three to put Woodlawn back on top. Actually, he's had the last 6 Woodlawn points. Both off of bombs. Kennedy with it. Going to his left, trying to get baseline. Will have to come back. He'll double back to the wing. Looking for some help. Here comes Gabe Owens with 4:05. Be nice if we could just fast forward 4 minutes. Not play the basketball. It's going to be tipped away by Duba, but Kennedy will rescue it back after the turnover. Bounces off a couple guys. Probably should have been a travel there, but a timeout. Was their possession established? Coach?
Yeah. I was saying timeout, but Shane, that was, you're 4 minutes away from the state title. That's what you're looking for. But what a play by Duva. Kennedy probably should have, when he got it back, just fell on it, and but he tried to make a play still. That's one of those plays where you can get yourself in trouble by trying to do a little more than you should, but he did a good job there of at least getting it back from Duva when he initially lost it. That was only Woodlawn's third turnover of the game, but, Kennedy's got 2 of them. He's got to take care of the ball here the next 3:50 if Woodlawn's going to win.
Yes, he does. For fun, on or off the road, see Weeks in Benton. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Polaris. It's Weeks in Benton on Highway 37 in Benton, north of town, but south on the price. Chris Hugo with Ron Winemiller. Timeout called by Shane Witzel to rescue the possession. It'll be Cardinal basketball out of the timeout. 43-41 your score. Cardinals by 2. It's been a 6-0 Woodlawn run to get back on top. They were down 41-30, or excuse me. Yeah, I'm right. 6-0 Woodlawn run. I started to say 41-34, but it's 41-37. My math does check out.
And one thing that you got, if you're Carrollton, if you're Coach Crimwoody down there, Coonrod's only taken 1 shot in the whole second half, and that was an offensive rebound putback. So maybe look to him to do a little bit here down the stretch, because kind of got to dance with who brung you here and get in this situation.
Across the timeline to the right, it was Owens looking for Webb off the sideline with 3:43. Hateman down low, came across a little too much. Threw up a fade jumper near the mid-post, and it's no good. Rebound will go to Carrollton. Carrollton's down 2. The Hawks with the basketball, going left to right. Home whites with green trim. 3:30 to play in the half. Attacking the basket is Coonrod. Shot is no good. They'll come down hard with it. Rebound to Hateman. Hollenkamp had the initial rebound, but it's tipped away by Coonrod. It looked like he might have got a piece of it.
Grabbed away.
Yeah. Might have gotten a piece of Hollenkamp on that one. Hollenkamp's been beat up. Left side, it is Hateman with the basketball. Looks up top to Chris. Back in the corner, Gabe Owens, catch and release. No good. Rebound to Fraley. Fraley will bring it across, dribbles through traffic, leaks the floor, layup is good. Tied at 43, 2:57 to go in the fourth quarter.
And that was a situation there where about between the circles, Hollenkamp had a chance to maybe stop the ball, or at least funnel it toward the sideline. He kind of went for the steal, and that opened up the whole floor for Fraley to get to the rim and tie the game.
Owens will throw it left side. Coonrod will tip it out of bounds. It'll remain with Woodlawn. 2:42 to play in the fourth quarter. 43-43. Carrollton and the Cardinals all tied up in the 1A state championship game. You're listening to it here on Q106. Online at WQRLradio.com. Harlow will trigger into the near corner. Right to Gabe Owens. He'll look for Hollenkamp off the left wing. Lead pass to A.J. Webb, and the Cardinals throw it away. Risky pass. Had too many people camped out defensively near the paint to risk it. They do, and they turn it over. It'll be Coonrod across the timeline, right of the circle, throws it left side, and Ney almost turned it over, but a nice save by Palin. Driving is Webster, and by Webster I mean Watson. It'll be out of bounds. Looks like it's off of White, but it'll remain with White off red. Foul. Wow. Makes you fortunate for what we have down south. 2:17 to play in the fourth quarter, 43-43. Watson will trigger right of the bucket. He'll lob it into Coonrod, and there's contact there, and that'll be a foul on A.J. Webb. And now the foul count even at 5.
And maybe, you never know what's going to happen, but those two fouls may be okay because you get in a situation where you got a foul late in the game, you don't want to have a bunch to give. So probably don't want to have any more, but those two are probably all right.
Third on A.J. Webb. It's a lob into the top of the key. We swung to Watson near the corner, left baseline, rather. 2:10 to play in the fourth. Tied at 43, Carrollton and Woodlawn. Turnaround by Har in the lane is going to fall off the back iron. It rested on the iron for about 2 seconds. It fell back off, and now a foul on the floor by A.J. Webb.
Yeah, but, I know that 99.9% of the people that are listening to us at home are cheering for Woodlawn, but you just kind of got the feeling Coonrod's not going to allow Carrollton to lose. He's got his hand on everything. He's rebounding. He is playing like you would want a senior to play in the state championship
There's
game.
no doubt about that. And then makes the move to the bucket, goes baseline from the left to the right. 45-43, Carrollton on top. 1:50 to go in the fourth quarter. This one's still in doubt. Gabe Owens brings it across timeline right. Goes to the sideline for Webb. Almost had it poked away by Fraley. Bounce pass to Hateman. Now to Hollenkamp. Hollenkamp off of the right wing to Hateman up top with 1:35. Woodlawn down 2, 45-43. Owens with the basketball against Coonrod. Great timeout here for Shane Witzel. That tax-free fund will make a nice down payment on a newer pre-owned vehicle or even an ATV or utility vehicle at Weeks in Benton. Weeks, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Chevrolet, Ram, and Polaris. Highway 37 in Benton, north of town. South on the price. 1:31 to play in the fourth quarter. The Carrollton Hawks lead the Woodlawn Cardinals 45-43. And Woodlawn's had their chances. Had chances to pull away. Had chances to not give up the lead. And Carrollton just keeps coming right back. And Joey Coonrod, man-child out there for the Hawks.
Yeah, 15 rebounds at the media timeout. He's gotten 2 since then. So he's looking at 16 points and 17 rebounds here at least. So that's a great effort. It doesn't matter what class basketball you're talking about. That's a definite all-state effort and what you would expect from a senior in a state championship game.
1:31 remains in this basketball season, quite possibly for Class 1A. State championship action as the Woodlawn Cardinals, who will have possession of the timeout that they called, trail 45-43.
Got a little update for you from Wichita Falls, Texas at the half. Carrollton State 30, Missouri Southern. Carrollton State 33, Missouri Southern 30. So
a lot of local ties there.
Yeah, my mom won't have to go look it up now. So now she knows.
1:31 to play in the fourth. It'll be Gabe Owens to end. No, it won't. Harrison Harlow to inbound out of the timeout. Gabe started there, and Shane Witzel ordered other plans.
And I'm sure Shane not only talked about what they wanted to do offensively, but if they don't score, here's who we're going to foul if we get into a foul situation, and kind of just brush over all that in that timeout.
Across the timeline, Owens, who got it into the backcourt, throws to the right wing for A.J. Looks back to Hateman. Hateman off of the wing, throws to Gabe. 3 on the way. It's big if it goes. Glances off the front of the iron. So Gabe Owens tried to be hero and knocked it off the front iron. Rebound went to Carrollton. Har into the front court, throws to the right side for Duba. Now back to Coonrod, left they'll go. Palin with it, lobs into the corner for Har with 58 seconds. 45-43, it's crunch time. They look back door. That's a foul on Woodlawn. With 55.5 seconds left to go. 45-43. Cardinals trail here. And it'll be a one and bonus.
You're up 2 with 55 seconds to go. If he didn't have a straight avenue to the rim, I'd maybe be talking about pulling it out and get it in the guy's hands you want to. I'm going to say that this is not their first option to be shooting free throws.
So Har is at the line, trying to extend the championship lead. And he will miss the first free throw. Owens with the rebound, less than a minute to go. 53 seconds in the fourth. 45-43, Carrollton on top. Woodlawn with the basketball. Owens into the front court. Left of the circle, guarded by Har. Throws to the left wing for Hollenkamp, guarded by Coonrod. Hollenkamp held high overhead, looking to go to his left. Shut off on the baseline. Throws up a wild shot. No good. Rebound to the back door. It'll be stolen away, but a foul. And that will send
the freshman, Palin.
Wow, Palin will go to the line. Big shots here. 35.8 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. And Carrollton goes to the line to try to shoot some free throws.
Nothing like the biggest possession in Carrollton season. You got a freshman and a sophomore out there defending. And they've done great. Palin and Duva have played really well in the second half.
1-and-1 for Palin with 35.8 seconds. He will miss the first. Rebound to Owens. We'll try again. Cardinal basketball with 33 seconds. 45-43. Cardinals trail by 2. 28 seconds on the left wing. It's Bateman. Looking around for some help. Finds A.J. Webb. Thought about the three. Throws to the right wing for Owens with 22 seconds. Down 2 are the Cardinals. Owens taking care of the basketball. Right wing for Webb for 3. Good! 46-45. Cardinals on top. And here comes Carrollton with 11 seconds. Coonrod goes left. Almost has it stripped away. Turns around, shot up, in and out, back down again. Rebound took away to Woodlawn. It'll be to A.J. Webb, and he's fouled.
And Carrollton's got a foul to give, so Woodlawn's going to inbound the ball. Length of the floor, 3 seconds to go. I mean, they need to settle down a little and get the ball inbound.
What a big 3-ball that was for the Cardinals. I don't even remember who made it now.
Webb, the MVP. Woo! He's been their MVP
this tournament. He has. You are darn right. 3 minutes to play. 3 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. As the Woodlawn Hawks is coming out at me, I got to settle down a little bit. 46-45, the Cardinals on top. They lead Carrollton with 3 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Cardinals will have a length of floor to inbound. Brian Winemiller alongside Woodlawn homer, self-admittedly, Chris Hugo here with you on Q106 and WQRLradio.com. We'll try to get our nerves about us, at least I will.
Well, you know, the thing about that possession was the time before Hollenkamp took a bad shot. I mean, I think anybody that saw it would say it was not a good shot. But that last time, you know, they're down 2 points. Didn't necessarily need a three. Gabe passed the ball up a couple times when he could have taken a tough shot. Webb passed it up a couple times when he could have taken a tough shot. They continued to do what they do offensively, and Webb sprung open. He jumped up and knocked down a huge shot for Woodlawn. But the bottom line is they didn't force the action. They let it come to them, and then Coonrod had a great look down there from about 12 feet. It just didn't go down.
What a look by A.J. Webb, and now remember the lefty with the 3-ball from the right side. To give the Cardinals a 46-45 lead. Timeout brought to you by Weeks and Benton. Can't forget that. Fun on or off the road. See Weeks, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Polaris. It's Weeks and Benton. Highway 37 north of town, south on the Price. Cardinals will have the basketball with 3 seconds remaining. 46-45 is the Woodlawn lead. Carrollton will have to defend the length of the floor inbound. Left of the baseline. Left of the basket. Been doing that today. Danny says you messed me up when we work together because he trains me one way and then I go a separate way without him. Having fun, though. It'll be Harlow in to Hollenkamp, fouled by Coonrod. So it'll be a 1 and bonus now for the Cardinals, and big free throws here. And they will undoubtedly ice the shooter with a timeout presented by Weeks and Benson. Fun on or off the road. It's Weeks and Benson. Of course, use that tax refund and they'll make a nice down payment on a new or pre-owned vehicle. Weeks, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Chevrolet, Ram, and Polaris, Highway 37 in Benton, north of town but south on the Price. Well, Ron, it's a 1-point lead for the Cardinals, 46-45. They got it inbounded. And then great awareness by Carrollton to recognize the situation, obviously knowing they have to foul. Woodlawn in the bonus now along with Carrollton. Got to make these free throws.
Yeah, and, Holenkamp and Owens are probably the two guys that you want to have shooting the free throws. And just funny watching Scott down here on the bench. He's trying not to be dad and trying to hold it together, but he kept running his hands through his hair. And, the gravity of the situation is definitely on him. And, close to every, not only kid, but parents' dream, 2.5 seconds away from it if they can just either A, make the 2 free throws, or B, hope Carrollton misses a wild shot at the end of the game.
And one in addition Scott Owens has made to the Shane Witzel coaching staff. And Nathan Bold is assistant the first time they come up. Scott Owens the assistant since. And those two have a long history together, Shane Witzel and Scott Owens. Two great Woodlawn legends on the basketball court. Kind of fits. So Hollenkamp, the senior, goes to the line for a 1-and-1. First one's on the way. It's good. 47-45. So now you obviously force the 3 to beat you. And do not allow them anything close. Now you force, if he makes this, the 3 to tie, and it's good. 48-45. The inbound. We have a timeout before the inbound. This timeout's presented by Weeks and Benton, north of town, south of the Price. Weeks, Chrysler Dodge, Jeep. Ram, Chevrolet, and Polaris, as I see a mutual friend of ours, very nervous down there on the baseline with a pair of headphones on.
Well, and I think, from Carrollton's perspective, you can play this one of two ways. They have one timeout left. You can try to throw the ball to the half line and burn your last timeout. Or you can try to throw the ball to the half line, make one extra pass and shoot it, or get it to the guy you want, 2 dribbles and turn and fire. I really like to make the extra pass. We're gonna throw the ball to this guy, but we want this guy to shoot it, so we're gonna hit him running up the side, try to get him a look. If you're Woodlawn, you're saying keep everything in front of you. Anything inside the 3-point line, if they want to throw it there, let them. We're going to allow them to do that, but Carrollton can play it one of two ways, and we'll see what they do. But the pass has got to come to somewhere within 2 or 3 feet of the half line to have a realistic chance to make a play here with 2.1.
2.1 ticks to go on the clock. It'll be linked to the floor for Carrollton. Woodlawn will step back to defend. They'll leave Hollenkamp to defend the inbound. Tyler Watson. Where will he go? He can run the baseline. 2.1 seconds. It is a deep bomb, and it'll be fought for and intercepted. Jump ball. It'll go with Woodlawn with 1.1.
And they tried to run the old foul pole play there where they had where they were going to have
the Bryce Drew.
Yeah, Haar come up and catch it, and they had Coonrod swinging around to the right wing. You know, very much a well-executed play. Owens just went up and got the ball. It's kind of like a defensive back in football.
John Shadowins might have loved to have him on the Red Devils this past season.
Inbound the ball, you're a state champ. That's all you got to do here.
And Owens will trigger. Who will he find? He will get it into Hateman. 1 second, and the Woodlawn Cardinals are state champions. 48-45 over Carrollton, and the Woodlawn Cardinals win the first 1A state title for Southern Illinois. It was a come-from-behind victory, but the Woodlawn Cardinals closed it out on a 6-0 run. 5-0 run even.
What a great game.
Amazing
really,
game.
For just the general fan here, that was a great game to watch.
Woodlawn 48, Carrollton 45. The Woodlawn Cardinals, your state champs. We'll tell you all about it in the Road to Peoria postgame. We need to break. Woodlawn 48, Carrollton 45, your final. This is the Road to Peoria on Q106.
Hey, moms and dads, don't stay up at night trying to figure out how to pay for your kids' education. There's no need to worry. I send my kids to Rend Lake College. RLC offers the same high-quality education as a 4-year school at a fraction of the cost. Plus, they get to stay close to home. Tuition, room, and board are like $19,000 every year at the 4 years, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. At RLC, tuition, books, and supplies are only approximately $4,000. That's Math 101. And with over over 100 degree and certificate programs, they have the exact courses your kids need to be well on their way to a great career. Give your college-bound child the quality education they deserve without breaking the bank. Rend Lake College is the right choice. Whether your student plans to transfer to a university or train for direct entry into the workforce, call RLC at 437-5321 to speak to a counselor. I actually logged on to rlc.edu. That's rlc.edu.
No one does Truck Month like Weeks in Benton. No, seriously, it's Ram and Chevy Truck Month at Weeks in Benton. Save big on a Hemi, a 2012 Dodge Ram, power windows and locks. MSRP is $24,820. Weeks price $19,999. And a 2011 Chevy Silverado All-Star Edition Z71 appearance package. MSRP is $34,349. Weeks price $25,999. You save almost $9,000. Now that's Truck Month. Weeks Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Polaris. Highway 37 North in Benton. North of town, but south of the price.
If you have concerns about the condition of your pearly whites, schedule a complimentary consultation with Childers Orthodontics, where you can sit down with Dr. Childers and discuss your concerns, expectations, or needs. He'll evaluate your situation and determine if and when you should begin treatment. It doesn't matter how young or old you are, every smile is special at Childers Orthodontics in Benton, Harrisburg, and their newest location in Logan Park at the crossroads of routes 13 and 148. You can also find him online at childersbraces.com.
Worldwide at WQRLradio.com. This is the Road to Peoria on Q106.
Took 3 trips to Peoria, but finally the Woodlawn Cardinals bring back the big trophy. 48-45 is your final. The Cardinals beat Carrollton in a thriller and come from behind fashion. And you heard it right here on Q106 at WQRLradio.com. Chris Hugo with Ron Winemiller alongside. Ron, what a game.
Yeah, it was a great game. You know, like I said, it didn't really matter who you were cheering for, just a basketball fan here watching this. It was a very well-played game and one that you had to be proud of. And, just you're happy for the kids from Woodlawn, but at the same time, you're disappointed for the kids from Carrollton. I mean, you're happy to see it go back to Southern Illinois, but, man, those kids from Carrollton laid it on the line, too. And had this been the other way, which it very easily could have been, you would say the same thing about the kids from Woodlawn, that they really laid it on the line, regardless of the outcome.
Oh, and there is absolutely no doubt about that. And they're going to pass out the medals now, of course, to both schools. The Woodlawn Cardinals will accept the first-place trophy after the Carrollton Hawks will accept their second-place trophy and second-place medals here from Carver Arena. Remind you your final score, 48-45. The Cardinals go on a 5-0 run to close her out. It was a A.J. Webb 3 from the right. They put Woodlawn on top, 46-45, and they would never look back. Christian Hollenkamp got a rebound after a Coonrod miss. Was fouled, became a 1-and bonus, made both, and that was all the Cardinals would need to win a 1A state championship here in Peoria. Last year was third place. 2009 it was second place. 2012 begets first place to Woodlawn. We need to break one more time. Actually, we have 2 more times to break. We'll go ahead and break this time, see if we can wrangle up those stats for you and tell you just how the Woodlawn Cardinals became your 1A state champions. We'll break now. This is the Road to Peoria on Q106.
Hey, moms and dads, don't stay up at night trying to figure out how to pay for your kids' education. There's no need to worry. I send my kids to Rend Lake College. RLC offers the same high-quality education as a 4-year school at a fraction of the cost. Plus, they get to stay close to home. Tuition, room, and board are like $19,000 every year at the 4 years, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. At RLC, tuition, books, and supplies are only approximately $4,000. That's Math 101. And with over 100 degree and certificate programs, they have the exact courses your kids need to be well on their way to a great career. Give your college-bound child the quality education they deserve without breaking the bank. Rend Lake College is the right choice. Whether your student plans to transfer to a university or train for direct entry into the workforce, call RLC at 437-5321 to speak to a counselor. I actually logged on to rlc.edu. That's rlc.edu.
Doris Trucking and Cesar provides quality service and dependability. For local hauling, Doris Trucking has short and long bed dump trailers, flatbeds, and tandem dump trucks. Doris Trucking can haul grain from your farm and lime to your farm. Doris Trucking keeps driveway rock, clay-filled dirt, and topsoil at the Cesar yard. Doris Trucking can tailgate rock your driveway to get rid of that mud before winter hits. For pricing or needing a bid on rock, dirt, or your trucking project, give Doris Trucking a call at 625-5753.
Welcome to Subway.
Hi, I'll take a chicken pizzola melt, please.
Passport, please?
Huh?
You're about to be magically transported to Italy with your first bite, so I'm gonna need to see your passport.
I don't usually,
Here you go, sir.
Mario, she's handed over with no passport again. Call for the backup.
Get to Subway pronto to enjoy the Delicioso Italian collection, like the chicken pizzola melt and the meatball pepperoni melt on freshly baked Italian urban cheese bread. You don't actually need a passport to enjoy the Subway Italian collection.
Limited time only at participating restaurants.
The road to Peoria continues on Q106 and WQRLradio.com.
And welcome back inside Carver Arena, the Road to Peoria postgame show. The Woodlawn Cardinals are state champions, 1A variety, as they defeat Carrollton and come from behind fashion by a final score of 48-45 as they hand out the medals. Of course, we've seen Alan Estes, superintendent, David Larkin, the principal, and everybody, Wayne Brady, of course, statistician, and just about everything the Cardinals have ever needed go through. And now the players and managers will go through after Scott Owens and Shane Witzel will accept their medals. This has been the Road to Peoria on Q106. We'll get you some stats as soon as we can. Here from Carver Arena, Ron Winemiller is alongside. I'm Chris Hugo. Ron, I am very glad that you were a part of this broadcast.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed doing it. You know, like I said, great game. Very, very well played game. It wasn't anything crazy, or wasn't any very sloppily played. Sometimes you see a championship game be sloppily played because of nerves. It was a well played game. I mean, you're looking at 15 turnovers between the two teams and a lot of made free throws, and so two big missed 1-and-1s is what Carrollton can kind of look back at as maybe why they're not getting their medals now and already got them.
Exactly. Tough break for Carrollton. Obviously a very good team. And now, Ron, I think you have to hope with the promises both of these teams have on the diamond that maybe this could be a 1A state championship, 1A state baseball championship as well someday.
Yeah, it could happen, and takes a little luck to get there. And I'm sure neither baseball coaches minds getting their kids late, a couple weeks late, but that's the way it happens when you have a deep basketball run. And they just got to get ready to go play baseball now, because that's what happens. Seasons change.
No doubt about that. We do have our stats, but we will go ahead and take our one last break. We'll take that break here on the Road to Peoria postgame show. This is the Road to Peoria on Q106.
No one does truck month like Weeks in Benton. No, seriously, it's Ram and Chevy Truck Month at Weeks in Benton. Save big on a Hemi, a 2012 Dodge Ram, power windows and locks. MSRP is $24,820. Weeks price $19,999. And a 2011 Chevy Silverado All-Star Edition Z71 Appearance Package. MSRP is $34,349. Weeks price $25,999. You save almost $9,000. Now that's truck month. Weeks Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Polaris. Highway 37 North in Benton. North of town, but south of the price.
Hey, moms and dads, don't stay up at night trying to figure out how to pay for your kids' education. There's no need to worry. I send my kids to Rend Lake College. RLC offers the same high-quality education as a four-year school at a fraction of the cost. Plus, they get to stay close to home. Tuition, room, and board are like $19,000 every year at the 4 years, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. At RLC, tuition, books, and supplies are only approximately $4,000. That's Math 101. And with over 100 degree and certificate programs, they have the exact courses your kids need to be well on their way to a great career. Give your college-bound child the quality education they deserve without breaking the bank. Rend Lake College is the right choice. Whether your student plans to transfer to a university or train for direct entry into the workforce, call RLC at 437-5321 to speak to a counselor. I actually logged on to rlc.edu. That's rlc.edu.
Hi, this is Bill Bonin II with People's National Bank. At People's National Bank, we are proud to be a 102-year-old family-owned bank. Now more than ever, we are focused on bringing affordable products to our local customers. So if you're tired of being charged fees by the big banks in the area, Come to People's National Bank and experience a true family-owned community bank. Stop by any one of our 17 locations or visit us online at peoplesnationalbank.com. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
Back to the hardwood on Q106, sponsored by Red Lake College.
And welcome back inside Carver Arena. The Woodlawn Cardinals win the 1A state championship 48-45 over the Carrollton Hawks. Ron Winemiller is alongside. I'm Chris Hugo on Q106, WQRLradio.com, presented by Rim Lake College. Taking a look at your final stats, the Woodlawn Cardinals in their state championship run were 17 of 46 from the floor for 37%. They were 10 of 25 from the outside for 40%. Just 4 free throws for 100%. And the last two, obviously, the biggest. Looking at Carrollton's shooting stats, they were 18 of 43 from the floor for 41.9%, 4 of 12 from the outside for 33.3%, 5 of 8 from the stripe for 62.5%. Rebounding edge belonged to Carrollton big, 35-21. 25 of those 35 boards were defensive. So Carrollton had more defensive boards than Woodlawn had total rebounds. 17 defensive boards for Woodlawn. Taking a look at your turnovers, disadvantage belonged to Carrollton, 11 of 4. That was the difference. Scoring, 16 by Joey Coonrod, 11 from Mike Fraley, 12 from Jordan Haar, 5 from Cody Kraut, 1 from Tyler Watson for 45 points. The Woodlawn Cardinals are paced by Christian Hollenkamp with 15, 11 from Gabe Owens, 10 from, I have A.J. Webb with 12. Either way, A.J. Webb had the biggest points of the ball game with that three-pointer that pretty well decided it for the Woodlawn Cardinals, as it was all they need, but Christian Hollenkamp would put 2 more free throws in on a 1-in bonus to win it for the Cardinals, 48-45. Ron Winemiller, any final thoughts before we wrap her up on the 1A state title game?
Well, like I said yesterday, I think I've not seen Woodlawn play this year coming into these games, but you heard about Owens and Hollenkamp, but to me, if I was picking an MVP, not just because he hit the final shot of the game, but A.J. Webb was definitely the MVP.
Yes, he was, and had a great game yesterday and had a better game today. The three-point shot that won the state championship belonged to A.J. Webb. We need to wrap her up here from Peoria for now. We'll come back with the third-place 2A game at 6:15. That will be, Ron, I'm so excited.
It will be Not Breeze and U High, the other two.
So it'll be Rockford Lutheran and Seton Hall. Seton Academy even. Wow. And then the championship game, of course, will be the Central Cougars and Normal U-High. So until then, 6:15 will be your pregame. DC and Iowa. I think DC will be back. He may get swept away in some Woodlawn mayhem. I don't know. We'll find out. But either way, you can catch all the games tonight on Q106 and WQRLradio.com. Until then, for Ron Winemiller, for Danny Zerwinski, for Chris Good, back in the studio, and everyone at Data Communications, thank you to our sponsors, and thank you for listening to Q106's coverage of the road to Peoria. I'm Chris Hugo. Good afternoon.